Carter, the first home run this season given up by Jake Carter. He had a .73 ERA, a .649 whip.
Now batting, the second
And the High Rollers are up by 1. That one's gonna drop down, back-to-back hits. And now Colin can't handle onto it.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 46.
Another 5-sack stream, another rigged Gaucho game. Well, first of all, you called yourself the Guachos there. Let's see if Max Rage has hit a home run this season. That one's gonna drop down. It's gonna be 2-0 High Rollers. RBI double.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
That was indeed Max Range's first home run this season. 8 for 40 entering today. Chicken Tenda, 7 for 40 this season, a 175 average. Runner on second, 2 gone. Jake Carter tense. Full count. And he gets hung up there, caught looking. We'll see Waldo Whitman for the High Rollers. This season, 12.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, 12 strikeouts, a 0 ERA, .710 whip. So 2 stellar pitchers on the mound this season today, but Jake Carter already got blown up for 2. We'll see if the Gauchos can do the same here. Of course, the Gauchos playing without Neon Dion. Jerome Redmond is the call-up, though Gren Kiffey is in his place in center. Back-to-back strikeouts here. Same way that Carter got started. Now can Jay Watt go long and continue what we saw on the top of the first? Right to Becky Foe, will not. 1-2-3, head to the top of the second. Well, according to the rankings from the math trademark, Gauchos are the 6th best team in the league. High Rollers the 10th. Batting wise, the Gauchos are the 4th best team. The High Rollers are mid-tier, 14th. Defense though, the High Rollers are the 3rd best defense in the league. Gauchos are the 6th best, and then strength of schedule, Gauchos are the 17th hardest schedule. High Rollers with the 3rd hardest schedule. He gets hung up there. When it comes to the actual math, the Gauchos are the 9th best hitting team. The High Rollers are the 14th, 291 average to 255. 6th most home runs to 9th most, 17 and 14 respectively. Gauchos strike out 19% of the time at the plate. High Rollers 27% as he gets swung up there. Jake Carter recovering nicely. When it comes to pitching, the Gauchos are the 3rd best ERA team, 2.678. 1st best whip, .868. High Rollers 4th best, 2.727 ERA, 1.202 whip, good for 8th in the league. And defensive team is pitching plus defense combined, as he rings them up there. Here's Athena Hex, as Whitney noted, an RBI absolute stud this season. That ball launched. Athena Hex is going to be on with a double. Here is Dolinar Colin.
Number 40.
that one. Oh, diving attempt there, and it's not going to prevent the run from coming in, too. 2-1 Gauchos. Now Ernie Steele. Let's see if they try to get the runner to second to activate the RBI man. That one into center, caught by Rodriguez. So Papilla Billups this season, 11 for 32, a 344 average, 4 home runs. Tied first most on the team with Athena Hex, who also has 4. As he rings him up there. Head to the top of the third. 5 strikeouts for Jake Carter.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 14.
That is unbelievable so far. Yep, Ernie Steele. That's a player that we have. Popped up. Biscuit not able to get there in time.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Wally Woolley.
3.
Runner takes off for second, and that was done beautifully. Gauchos anticipating the stolen base. The pitch out to get her. And he gets hung up there. Second strikeout of the day for Woolley. He struck out 13 times this season. That leads the High Rollers. Now here is the home run hitter, Max Range. Can he go yard again against Carter? That ball is jacked, and he back to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. He can do it again. 2 at-bats, 2 long balls. And I think they're going to pitch a bit more carefully to Max Range for the rest of this game. It's not the commentator's curse, it's fate. And to the bottom of the third, Kiffy, Biscuit, Tailwind.
The center fielder,
Marge summoning his inner Whitney. Welcome to RNG. Nothing is set in stone. Remember that when the Dragons get blasted for like 12 runs today by the Stingers. It wouldn't surprise me if the Dragons lost like 12-1 today. That one's up the middle. Yeah, Whitman has been lights out this season. He has yet to get that run he gave up was his first earned run given up all season. Because over the course of time, the higher rated players would be better, but we play such a small sample size. As he rings him up there.
now batting, the designated hitter, number 26.
Yeah, don't it's like, oh, you don't want, I mean, how do you think I ended up with Wanda Cosmo? Up the middle, Woolley's there. Throw to second in time, throw to first. Won't turn the Dragon special.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 10.
Huge appreciation to Donut for serving as the home for all the plus 220 rated pitchers. Runner takes off. The throw is not in time. Runner in scoring position for Jay Watt. Full count. And misses inside, so that'll walk Watts. Bring up Brutus Banger.
Number 0.
Banger this season, 12 for 38, 316 average. That one's gonna drop down, and we're gonna have ourselves a tie game. 3-3.
Now back, the third baseman, number 2.
So now a runner on second. Banger there for Hex, who is the RBI queen. Becky Foe with a nice dive, throw to first in time. The Gauchos get 2. Head to the top of the 4th. King, Tenda, Beltran do up for the High Rollers.
Now back, the third baseman, number 46.
May have been unnecessary, but got in, as that one's gonna be just foul. Left side, Hex, throw to first in time.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 10.
Chicken Tenda. Right to Billups.
Now batting, the catcher,
Carlita
number
Beltran now.
36.
Steve Wright.
Hex busy over there at third today. Led to the bottom of the 4th. Gauchos with a chance to go ahead.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Yeah, but you got a good pen.
40.
Nope, that's high.
Popped into right. Jarius
Now batting,
G. Baby Evans is there.
catcher, number
Ernie Steele 0 for 1 today. Swing and a miss. He gets swung up there.
the shortstop.
There have been a lot of strikeouts this game. Whitman, I don't even know how many he has, but I think he has at least 6 or 7. That ball is hit well into right. That's going to drop down right in front of the wall. It'll be a double. Runner in scoring position here for Gren Kiffey. Filling in for the injured Neon Dion. Right to Woolley, throw to first in time. Gauchos put a runner on, not able to convert, head to the top of the 5th. G. Baby Evans, Rodriguez, and Stone do up.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 1.
Yeah, G. Baby with an interesting dive there out and right. It didn't end up hurting them. Or hurting him, for that matter. And he gets hung up there.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 37.
Aside from a couple of blips, Jake Carter has been on 7 strikeouts for him. Popped up. Billups should get there.
Number 14.
2 gone now for Mary Stone.
Ball inside.
Popped up. And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning. Head to the bottom of the 5th. Whitman has 5 strikeouts. Jake Carter has 7, so 12 between the two teams.
The left fielder. Now pitching.
And that's going to do it for Whitman. In comes Reynolds. That's a really early pull for Whitman. I mean, what do I know? But Reynolds is going to have a lot of time to go here.
26.
That's a really early pull. Right to range, step in the bag, 2 gone.
Now back, the second
Jay
baseman,
Watt.
Number 10.
Colton King, and so through 8 pitches, Tipsy Reynolds able to get 3 outs after the early Whitman pull. Head to the top of the 6th, Woolley, and then the bogeyman Max Range due up.
Number 3.
Carter up to locked in.
Steve Wright. Off the plate.
Yeah, that is a certified mojo down moment. Woolley trying to avoid his 3rd strikeout of the day. 3rd strikeout to Jake Carter. And he will not strike out to Jake Carter 3 times. Here he is, Max Range. We'll see if they walk him. No, they're just going to completely pull Jake Carter. Because that one's going to drop down. Max Range is having himself a game. 3 for 3. Now here is Becky Foe. Already has a double today.
Off the plate.
Right to banger. Oh, nearly got the Dragon special there.
Number 46.
Wow, that was close. That was just a little bit more to the right. That honestly could have potentially scored Range. Instead, it's 2 gone for Colton King. Runner on first, 1-2 counts. Swing and a miss. He gets strung up there. Well, to the bottom of the 6th. Banger, Hex, Colin due up.
Now back, the first baseman, number 0.
That's inside.
Josh using all of his follower emotes. Popped up. Oh, Josh, did you ever have the Dragon special one? Yes, you did.
The third baseman, number 2.
That ball is hit well. It's tracking back, but at the track is Rodriguez. Makes the catch.
The right.
Shout out to Puppet for the Dragon special emote.
That's high. That's inside.
3-1 to Colin. Full count. Reynolds battling back here. Swing and a miss! What an at-bat for Reynolds. 3-0, 3 straight strikes will head to the 7th. This game all tied up at 3. Quickly seeing why this game was basically evens.
Steve Wright. Right.
Chicken Tenda, 3 straight swings. Or 1 a strike and then 2 swings.
Number 36.
1 out here is Beltron. 2-1 the count.
Off the plate.
Beltran with a chance to get on base here. Right side. Oh, wow. That is insane placement by Beltran. That is literally insane. That ball is jacked into the gap, and it's gonna be a 4-3 High Rollers lead. G Baby Evans was tense. He comes through when needed, and the High Rollers take the lead.
Number 37.
Nope. High.
Now runner on second with 1 out. Can the High Rollers get some more?
You're right. Strike three.
Swing and a miss. Hey, it's rung up there. That's a mojo down moment, as here is Mary Stone now, 1 for 3. Runner on second.
Nope, that's inside.
Opportunity for the High Rollers to double their lead.
Nope, that's low.
Rio Octagon needs to find the zone here,
Awful.
and cannot. It's a 4-pitch walk. Stone is now aboard. Brings up Wally Woolley, who was 0 for 3, struck out twice. But if Woolley is able to get on base, up next is Max Range. And the High Rollers would love to see him in this situation right now with how he's batting. But Woolley is down 1-2 here.
Nope, that's high.
Swing and a miss! He gets rung up there. 3 strikeouts for Wally Woolley today. As we go through the 7th inning stretch, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the SSBL on Twitch. I am Fisac on the call. Make sure that you're following the official SSBL Twitch and send us a Prime sub. You get access to exclusive emotes. And join us on all our social media, Twitter, Discord especially. That's where the community is. We got a great community here. It's been really active as of late. It's been a great time to talk about the league, especially as we are heading into the last month of regular season action. Magic numbers and elimination numbers dipping down into 1s, 2s, 3s, and we're gonna start to have a really good idea of what the playoff picture looks like coming up as Reynolds 1-2-3 inning head to the top of the 8th. Here is Max Range. Now here's the question: do you walk Max Range? First of all, does Jebediah Octagon get pulled? Yeah! Oh! I thought he was actually gonna get pulled. That ball is jacked! Heading deep to the track, to the wall! It's out of the goddamn park! Max Range 4 for 4, 3 home runs! It's 5-3 High Rollers!
Now batting, the second baseman, number 4. Now pitching.
And that'll be enough to pull ya. Note to self, freaking walk Max Range.
Now batting, the third baseman.
He came into today with no home runs. He is 4 for 4 today. Do you think that the High Rollers are a team that are very much aware that they need to win this game?
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 10.
409, was that 497? Dragon special there. Well, that's the bottom of the 8th. Can someone mark down? Actually, you know what? I'm going to go to SSBL history, and I'm going to mark that down, because I think without a doubt that's the farthest this season. The High Rollers have shown up today. There's a lot of salt in the chat right now, man. That one gets through. And despite everything,
Now batting, the designated
we are in a one-swing game, folks.
26.
497. All right, I have it marked down. Runner takes off for a second. It was a called hit and run. Runner will have to go back. One gone. This would have huge implications in both the heroic and the epic. All of a sudden, the Lumberjacks would be a half game ahead in the #1 seed. Dragons only a game back in the heroic evolution. The High Rollers would move to 8-4. And they are going to turn the Dragons special here. So if the Gauchos are going to get this done, they need to do it in the 9th. Guys, we're forgetting that the High Rollers won a damn Super Series. Not only did they win a Super Series, not only are they the reigning Super Series champions, they're the second best franchise in SSBL history, if you think the Lumberjacks are the first. They beat both the Bombers and the Unicorns to get to that Super Series last season. And they are holding their own against a very good Gauchos squad.
The right fielder, #1.
That's high. Steve right.
Here is G Baby Evans. Right to Banger. Whoever steps on the bag, 2 gone. Back to Mojo down for being Cherry's G Baby Evans. Now here's 0 for 3 tenths Rocket Rodriguez, and you think the Gauchos would love to get this done now and not bring up another 3 batters. And Billups is there. So the Gauchos down by 2. It'll be Brutus Banger to lead things off. Guys, it's not cursing. It's fate. G Baby Evans is there. Athena Hex. Gauchos just need 1 base runner as Reynolds is locked in. By the way, right now, at least through the first 4 innings of work for Reynolds, it's looking like the early pull has gone wonderfully for the High Rollers. 2 gone, Gauchos down to their last out.
That's inside.
3-1. Oh, that was ball 4 right there, and Colin swung at it. And that is gonna do it. The High Rollers. I mean, I called an upset, but the Gauchos were only a half-run favorite. The High Rollers, though, have gone into the motor yard for what has to be a statement win. 5-3, the final score. Man. Unbelievable that the High Rollers have been able to do this. And for the Gauchos, all of a sudden that #1 seed is no longer a solid potential. They've got some work to do if they want to get that not only by, but also to maintain the top of the heroic. Epic dominance continues. Reynolds will get the win. 1 hit given up in 5 innings for Reynolds. 1 strikeout. Loss is going to go to Octagon. Max range, 3 home runs. 4 for 4. Absolutely dominant performance by Max Range today. Tipsy Reynolds, your 2nd star. Jake Carter, your 3rd. Well, that is going to do it for this game. The High Rollers pull off an unlikely win. But we've got our SSBL Game of the Night presented by Turtle Beach. It's Dragons and Stingers. Will the epic domination continue and the Stingers position themselves for a #1 seed fight against the Unicorns? Don't go anywhere. You're watching the SSBL right here on Twitch.
just wanna see me in the grave. Come out the law in the rave. Oh no, I can't wait. To the play. Gotta go for his, cause you know I can't play. We gon' win it no matter what the shirt. Got the stick, we gon' bring it out the shirt. I was down below the commas. I put dollars on my head like I don't wanna. Yeah, I'm proud of what I did. I'm on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Practicing. I'm shooting a commercial for Turtle Beach.
Yeah, well, we're gonna hop on right now.
I bet.
Got the stick, we gon' bring it out the shirt.
That's what I'm talking about.
Get your ears into chat. It's time for the SSBL Game of the Night presented by Turtle Beach. Enter in for your chance to win a Turtle Beach headset. Thank you to Turtle Beach for your sponsorship of the SSBL and the Game of the Night. And Whitney, for the first time since Season 4, the Dragons are doing a little visit to Red Rock Park in what is a huge game for both of these teams, even more so now for the Dragons, now that the Gauchos just got shocked, but especially for the Stingers, who win here, and they're very much in the conversation for that #1 seed, as well as the Epic Nova's division title. As he gets hung up there, Fryshak sits down early.
I mean, you're potentially talking about the #1 seed in both conferences now, with the Dragons, you know, just being one loss extra over the Lumberjacks, both with 8 wins, just the Dragons 4 losses to the Lumberjacks 3. So monumental game here for both sides of the coin.
And it's gonna be hard to top what we saw last game. And I mean, just max range, maybe the most MVP performance in a single game this season. 4 for 4 at the plate, 3 home runs as well as Star. Oh, great dive there by DeSalsa. Not in time. Whitney, I'm going to go and let you know I closed out the stats. So if we're going to have any stats, it's going to have to come from you.
Okay.
Which, by the way, can we get some claps in the chat for Whitney for doing the Lord's work, having all of those stats updated through week 8, and especially now, I think, well, speak for all of us, we're maybe not necessarily going to have that fully updated moving forward, but we definitely have enough now to be able to determine all-star voting, because we're less than a month away from the end of the regular season, and so we're going to have to start turning those gears a little faster here. The Dragons not able to get a run. We'll head into the bottom of the first look at Do Something. But again, huge appreciation to you, Whitney, for being able to get those major stats pulled up.
And we'll have week 9 done. I've already gotten the mythic Sparrows, or whatever the first game of the night was.
That was that Express Sparrows?
No, it was
Game of the
Liberty,
Night.
Liberty Mythic.
Oh, Liberty. Yeah. Gotcha. Well, first batter struck out, second one aboard with a single here is Matthew Kennedy.
So the Dragons, despite being one of the higher teams in pitching strikeouts, only 13th best in team ERA, a 4.287 ERA, and a 1.13 whip. That whip is actually 6th best in the league, so a bit of, I don't know what you call it, unluckiness. That's a really weird
Here's
thing
my
to
question.
be
Here's my question
reversed
for you.
on.
How many home runs has Dragon pitching give up?
20.
That might be your answer right there. Because we've been really, really bad at the long ball. 'Cause that one is in deep Duke Town. Makes the grab. So each team with a hit apiece will head to the second. Home runs is there. Reminder, guys, get your hears into chat if you want to be entered in for a Turtle Beach headset.
Yeah, just looking at it, that looks like to be the fourth most home runs given up in the league. Express at 31, Moonshots with 30, Angels at 24, and then the Dragons at 20.
Pot of gold for, I mean, just go for the tag at that point. Don't worry about stepping on the base. One gone, and you know, Scory and I were talking about this matchup, and he was saying, you know, you might have a chance of pot of gold, but so far, Gold's been looking relatively good through the first 5 batters he's faced. We'll see if that holds up.
Gold is not having a great sophomore season so far this year. 11 earned off of 9 2/3, a 10.24 ERA, and a 2.68 WHIP.
That ball is hit well into right,
Grand
but
Canyon. Oh, man, some of these are just kind of dying tonight, I feel like.
that one, I think more so, it sounded off of the bat pretty decent.
The catcher, number 3.
So we'll head back to Ting. What can you tell me about Ting so far this season, Whit?
Also not a fantastic season. 11 earned off of 15 even innings pitched. 21 hits, 3 walks to 13 strikeouts, 4 home runs surrendered, a 6.6 ERA, and a 1.6 WHIP.
So 2 pitchers that are certainly pitching below where we would expect them to be. As that one is hit well, tracking back, and that, I mean, that's probably the most Bingata ball I've ever seen not in Bingata. That
was swallowed.
That had a launch angle of like 87.
Now, it's weird. I felt that a couple of times this week. Some of these balls just kind of feel like they're just kind of dying off at the end.
To answer your question, yes, the Stingers would be the number 1 in the Epic with a win here and a loss by the Unicorns.
Number 12.
I think I already spoiled some of the stats, but who would you guess is the better batting average team between the Dragons and the Stingers?
I actually looked, and I saw that the Dragons were actually hitting really well.
Mm-hmm.
Third in the league?
Yes, third in the league, 316 average. Home run kings, I mentioned that in the Discord earlier, and are pretty low on the strikeout rate. Let's see, 4th, 5th, 6th best in the league at just under 24%. And then the Stingers batting not too far behind the Dragons at 292, and right behind the Dragons in home runs at 24, and then striking out 24.3% of the time. So these two teams really close in batting, really close in pitching. It's really interesting.
Well, they're going to have a little bit to do here, as that one has been plenty of time, even though it was in the dirt. I was going to say they have plenty to do here as Gold is locked in, and it looks like it wouldn't have panned out for him anyways. That was an easy Dragon special.
The right fielder, number 82.
Back to the top of the order, Will Freishak. If Gold gets into on fire, watch out. He definitely has the stats to go long, and he's only at 33 pitches so far. And he gets rung up there. A little high in the zone, but still, you gotta swing. Head to the bottom of the 3rd, Pixel, then top of the order. Do it for the Stingers. So Gold is at 34 now pitches, and Ting's at 28 now. So he's, barring a miraculous inning here, Ting's gonna be a little bit behind the 8 ball in terms of pitch count. But both teams have got really decent bullpens to pull from. As he rings them up there, and that'll be enough to put Ting into locked in, I think?
Yes.
Yes. So both pitchers now locked in. And it's funny, Whit, because like when we were talking about the beginning of the season, obviously the league office teams were not doing great, right? And
yeah.
part of it was, you know, the Dragons started out 0-3, and the Stingers obviously got blown out in that Wildcats game. So the expectations were that these two teams were, at least off of initial tasting, were not accomplishing what we would expect them to do. That's a 4-pitch walk there by Ting. But, I mean, you said it in this game, like a win for either of these teams, and more so for the Stingers, I would say. But the potential for a number 1 seed is not completely out of question. The Dragons would need a lot of help in order for that to happen. But the fact that they're even in this position is incredible.
Yeah, definitely the slow start for both of these teams definitely kind of set the expectations, and they've been able to break out of it. You know, with the Dragons, what you guys have won, like 5 out of 6. Oh!
As that one's going to get down, it'll be a 1-0 Stingers game. And I'll tell you what, Ting just couldn't find the zone in those 2 at-bats. That's really what doomed him there. We're 8-4, right?
Yes.
Won 8 of our last 9. Stingers have won 10 out of their last 11. That ball is deep into left.
Oh!
It's out of here. I'll tell you what, didn't have much clearance, but didn't need it.
Missile.
Stingers with a 3-0 lead.
That's the 6th home run for Dank Highgrass this year. He's had a big turnaround from last season. He's been a big part of this Stingers surgence this year.
I'll tell you what, it is not hard to do better than he did last year. He was atrocious last season. And the wheels are falling off for Ting here.
Now batting the second baseman.
That's another 4-pitch walk. He is tense at 51.
Which is really surprising. He usually doesn't walk that many people. He's only got 3 walks all season, and already 2 in this game.
Runner takes off, called hit and run. In time! Oh, that was barely there. But the Stingers put up 3, head to the top of the 4th. Pastry, Star, Crump. Dragons may be the 3rd best batting team in the league right now, Whitney, but they need to really vitalize that role if they want to get back into this game right now.
Yeah, they've got to be able to get to pot of gold as many teams have this season. You know you can. You've just got to put in the work.
That one's up the middle, and Pastry is going to be aboard. He was in the minors for the first part of the season, and now that speed's going to come into fruition here.
That's the one thing I will say year over year that's been a downgrade for the Stingers. I've definitely seen the age kind of show on Ace DeSalsa up the middle, especially defensively. His bat has lost a bit of an edge as well.
In time! Ooh. Sit down, Pastry! And what could have been runners on first and... Oh, I was going to say that because I thought that was going to be the ball here. And now, I mean, that one barely missed there. What could have been runners on first and second, nobody out, is now runner on first, 1 gone for Earl Crump. Bit of an interesting ad for the Dragons.
Earl Crump hitting .421 this year, 8 for 19. That doesn't seem right.
In terms of...
Well, just about every... Has he only just started starting for y'all?
He came over in the Mythic trade.
Oh, okay. Okay, then that seems reasonable.
Yeah, so he hasn't been here long at all.
But then, yeah, 9 for 19, or 9 for 20 now, I should say.
Gold no longer locked in. Runners on first and second for homer runs. And
He's
now Gold can't find
5 home runs on the season, 14 RBIs. Could come in clutch with a few more first team, try to tie things up here.
Full count.
Nice slider.
And misses it, so the base is now loaded. Man, both Ting and Gold, pretty promising starts here. And now Gold still has an opportunity to get out of this Dragon special very much in play. Noah Walker. Power versus right-handed pitching in play. That right field side is really, really close. Swing and a miss! He gets swung up there. That'll put Gold back to locked in. And now here is Harry Shelton. Bases loaded, 2 gone. And the Dragons are going to rue themselves if they can't get something here.
Bad swing there by Walker, but a huge strikeout for Gold.
1-2. Gold with a huge chance here to get out of it. Needs a bit of a better pitch. Swing and a miss! He gets swung up there, and the Dragons load the bases. They get nothing. And I think the thing that sticks out is that caught stealing attempt by French Pastry.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Trust me, I didn't. Ting still in. Here is Texas. And Ting is all over the place right now. And had him at 1-2, and that's a walk. And they're going to need to pull
pitchers
him.
definitely took a wild turn. It was very nice, very crisp baseball, and here comes one to Cosmo already.
Only 3 innings, 14 responsible for Texas, and Cosmo can't find his own now. Runner takes off. Not in time.
Oh,
Texas had Texas had a lot of really good closing speed there. He looked dead to rights, and then he just put on the Jets towards the end there.
Wanda Cosmo leading the league in innings pitched this year at 27 in the third. At least knocks that one down. But runner does advance to third. 2.63 ERA for Cosmo, 8 earned off those 27 in a third innings pitched. 33 strikeouts to 5 walks, 2 home runs surrendered, a .73 whip.
As she rings her up there, and that's a huge strikeout because Dallas, Texas is at third. And that puts them in a position to just get the out needed to prevent any damage coming in. Team's ERA already at a 9 for this game. And would have plenty of blessings for Cosmo. She is able to get them out of the jam here. Right side! Oh, tough dive by Pastry, and the runner will come in. 4-0 Stingers. I just realized I accidentally put in the 3 for the Dragons.
Wishful thinking.
And Cosmo is going to be up to 20 pitches just in this inning. Popped up right side, and Freishak makes the grab. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Stingers with a comfortable 4-0 lead. I'll tell you what, if the Stingers hold on here, the Unicorns Vikings matchup is not as much of a one-sided affair as you might look on paper.
Let's see. 10, so their number 3 is starting for the Vikings.
He gets swung up there. Gold has recovered sufficiently. Back to locked in, 69 pitches.
And 3 for the Unicorns would be Mabel Sparks versus Bruce Hot Mike. I mean, Hot Mike is good, but I mean, it's Mabel Sparks. Let's be honest. Mabel Sparks is going to chew through that Vikings lineup like a package of bubblegum.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Gold. He's up to 8 strikeouts today. Off of a Dragons team that, like you said, usually does not strike out.
Mm-hmm.
Freishak tense. Swing and a miss! He strikes out the side.
Pot of Gold almost doubling his strikeout output for the season in one game.
The designated hitter, number 41.
We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. 4-0 lead for the Stingers. As she gets swung up there.
Now batting,
Matthew Kennedy.
right fielder, number 2.
Yeah, and the Dragons have relied on Cosmo early and often, as you were saying. Most innings pitched of any pitcher. Partly because the starting pitching hasn't lasted long.
Matthew Kidding, I think the best bat of the Stingers as he puts one down in the center field, hitting .409 on the season. 18 for 44 coming into this game.
Number 19.
Dan Kygrass now, runner on first. Oh, nice stop there. Throw to first in time. Homer runs. Potentially saved a run there, given the speed
Yeah, for
there.
sure.
So now 2 gone. Here is Garcia.
So that trickles into the outfield. It's a long run for the center fielder to make up the ground to get that to throw it in.
And also, you would then have runners on first and third with 2 outs. Or with 1 out, even, with Garcia up. So completely changes the game. So the Dragons pitching a little bit leaky right now, but their biggest issue right now is an Irishman named Pato Gold.
It was a hard hit ball by Pastry, just couldn't time it up.
2-2, 82 pitches for Gold. Oh, nearly his 10th strikeout. Full count. And Pastry wanted to, goes to first. Last time this happened, he got caught stealing at second. The bases were loaded for the Dragons. They couldn't get anything. Now Gary Starr with a run at first. We'll see if they dare to send him again. No, that one is through the gap. Pastry will round second, head to third. That gets to the wall. The Dragons will have their first run of the game, an RBI double from Gary Starr. Gold still locked in, but they finally break through, and that's enough to get him pulled. In comes Danny California with a runner on second, nobody out.
Danny California this year, 7 earned off of 15 innings pitched, 15 hits given up, 9 walks, a 4.2 ERA, a 1.6 whip, struck out 12, 3 home runs surrendered.
3-1 to Crump. Potentially ball 4 there, but instead full count. Oh! And he gets run up there.
Second baseman.
What a pitch from California. 1 gone. Now here is Homer Runs, who's now got the power versus left-handed pitching activated. 1 swing can make it a 1-run game, but he's already down 0-2. Dragons have struck out 10 times today. Popped up. 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Here comes Noah Walker, 0 for 2. TDC saying it would be not a good look if the top 3 in Heroic all lost to Epic teams. Left side, that one's through. Runner will come home. Throw by Pendragon.
Uh-oh.
In time! Gone down by Pendragon!
Put a pin in that one. That could be huge as we enter the back third of this one.
Second baseman. Number.
I'll tell you what, there was no margin whatsoever. That had to be a perfect throw. That had to be a perfect tag. And Pendragon and Garcia, took me a second to remember, were absolutely on it. As that ball is jacked. Oh no,
Hanging up
I
there.
did it to myself.
Wow. See, I honestly agreed with you. The way that was tracking, the speed, and it just like, oh, it's died. But was that Gary Starr on the bases, yes?
Yes, that was Gary Starr.
That's a risky sin. 68 speed, trying to leg that out from second. I mean, Yomeko Pendragon doesn't have a cannon from an arm. But
that wasn't that deep into left. But again, like, nothing against Pendragon. That was a fantastic throw. And it had to be nothing but perfect in order to get him out.
The bar being a bit disingenuous. He does have 71 arm. That's pretty good for a left fielder. It is Pendragon that's still in left. It's Monica Elmenreich that's in DH, right?
Yeah. Elmenreich is DH. Because that was probably Cosmo's last batter. So it's going to take 3 more innings of Dragons pitching. You would think probably Jackson will get called in, potentially Champs.
Number 16.
They wouldn't call in Bjornsson this early. But the Dragons need to get some more runs scored. They've gotten runners on base. They just have not converted. Is that one to the right side? And speaking of the devil, Shelton now aboard.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Here's Duketown, who, as you were saying, second in the league in home runs with 6.
Well, yeah, and then Dank Highgrass joining him in that company, hitting his 6th in this game. 2 behind the league lead.
His 7th would certainly do a lot to bring the Dragons closer in here. Swing and a miss! He gets hung up there.
Third baseman,
In comes Freddie
number
Jupiter.
24.
I wonder if the Dragons will send the runner. Already been caught stealing twice today. 3-1. Oh, that was a beautiful pitch from California. Full count. And they now decide to check on Shelton on a full count pitch. And loses him. Runners on first and second, and with Freishak up with, this is a one-swing game.
Dragons have left so many runners on, they've got to be able to strike through.
That one's into center, caught
Hung
by
up too
Pixel.
far.
Shelton
That
thought
looked
about
good.
it, but not with an arm like Pixel out there. And in comes French Pastry, 2 outs, runners on first and second.
French Pastry has been a good addition to this offense after the midway point of the season. 6 for 19 coming into this game, 316 average. Can he deliver in the clutch here?
Well, I was going to say he needs a pitch to swing at. That one up the middle. Dallas, Texas, throw to first in time. Once again, the Dragons just cannot convert the runners on base. To get to the 7th inning stretch, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the SSBL on Twitch. I am 5 Sec on the call, joined by Whitney, as Major Chance will be the one to get the call. Make sure that you're following the official SSBL Twitch, and send us a Prime sub. You get access to exclusive emotes. Make sure you type in here to be entered in for your chance to win a Turtle Beach headset, as this is the game of the night presented by Turtle Beach. Thank you to Turtle Beach for your sponsorship of the SSBL. And finally, join us on social media and especially Discord to find out all the latest news and all the latest banter about the SSBL, as a leadoff runner will be aboard.
Now batting,
Ace to Salsa now with the runner on first.
number
I think it's just the second showing we've seen of minor champs this season. Just has
Major
2/3
champs.
of. Oh, I'm sorry, major champs. Just 2/3 of an inning so far this season. 1 hit, and that's it.
He also got pulled up when Pastry came up.
now batting,
So not as many opportunities, but
number 42.
he'll need to have the impossible task of keeping the Stingers at 4. Pastry, Star, Pastry, they turn the Dragons special. Absolutely huge there, heading to the 8th. Dragons down to 6 outs to get 3 runs. And to lead things off, Gary Starr, 2 for 2. Last time we saw him, he got caught at home. California beginning to labor. And it's 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk. Man, it has been an enigmatic performance from the pitchers today, Whitney.
I'd be surprised to see
And-
how many walks there have been in this game.
Betancourt to pinch hit, and in comes Princess Leia, the dragon that just got shipped over against her former team.
Leia this season's 9 2/3, 4 earned for a 3.72 De Sosa!
And they get Starr once again. Gary Starr caught with his pants down. It has been a horrible day for Gary Starr on the base paths.
De Sosa still showing he has a little bit left in the old
Yeah,
tank.
after all your criticism.
Man, that is another one of those plays another one of those Dragon specials this week that just defies all logic. We had the Knights one. We've had those kind of plays all week.
And for once, the Dragons able to get a base runner. So now in scoring position for Walker. No guarantee here, though, the Dragons can actually convert it. Oh, that one
just missed the bag.
2-2. Staying alive is Walker. He is just doing anything he can to stay at the plate. Swing and a miss! He gets swung up there. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Stingers will look to pad their lead. As they are looking, I mean, depending on next game, we might be looking at the epic #1 right here.
And what do the Stingers have to close off the season? Cyclones ball players, high rollers. That ball players game is basically a de facto division championship game.
Right side, Pastry, and for once they're able to get Kennedy off. The base pass. That's phrasing.
The Stingers and the Cyclones have a lot of history. I think last year the Stingers struggled with them. I think they've struggled with them for a long time, actually. So, and it's not like the Cyclones can't. It's just that they don't. And they could just pull out a game or two where they just do, and maybe pull off a quote-unquote upset, you know?
They just don't have consistency, but they have enough parts. I mean, even the Angels can pull off an upset here and there. Although, if you ask me, yesterday's win over the Retrievers wasn't as big of an upset as people are calling it out to be.
I mean, through...
From expectations, yes.
Yeah, production, no. Like, the math shows that, no, the Retrievers haven't been that active against the good teams. But from a paper standpoint, it's a horrific upset.
And this is huge here. As you can see, the Dragons are only being out-hit by 1. But they just have 1 run today. And the Stingers are 3 outs away from winning 11 of their last 12. And moving to a potential 1 seed in the Epic. As he gets swung up there.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Leia having her way with the Dragons bats right now. Any Dragons upset here is going to have to come off of 2 outs remaining. That ball is jacked. Kennedy back to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Your new sole #2 in the league home run hitter, Duketown. But it may be too little too late.
Now batting,
Can the Dragons rally from there?
24.
Yeah, I really needed that 7th a couple innings ago when there were runners on.
One, 2. Oh, that was a horrible pitch to swing at.
It's gonna get
And
down,
a gift that it wasn't caught. Swing and a miss! Horrible at bat from Jupiter, and back to the top of the order, 0 for 4, it's me. Can I get on base to keep the Dragons' hopes alive? Two, 1 strike away. Oh, that was a pitch that would have been. And I get on base, Whitney, which brings up French Pastry. 1 for 3 today. 1 swing ball game. Leia just needs 1 out against her former squad to put the Stingers at 11-2. He gets to find the zone. Does there, right to Texas, throw to first in time. And the Dragons ruining their opportunities here. Just a game that, let's be honest, they lost this one. They just could not get those runners through on to home. So many chances lost, and the Stingers now in a fantastic position. Whitney,
I
your
bet
thoughts
you
on this
had
game?
I bet the Dragons had another 8 base runners, at least minimum, via walks that they stranded. I feel like they stranded
7 walks. They had 15
yeah.
base runners today.
Yeah,
6th spot. That's the way it would work out. As he gets swung up there. And I am 100% not trying to manifest Dean's chaos, because I don't want to have to deal with that. Also, I'm not even going to be here that week that happens, so I won't be there to stream on Saturday, which sucks because I'm missing the All-Star game. As she gets rung up there.
Pitching duel already here.
What can you tell me about Hot Mike and Sparks this season?
Hot Mike, let's see, 4 earned through 11 1/3 innings at 3.18 ERA, 14 hits, 1 walk.
As that one does get down, it'll be an extra base hit for the Corns.
For a 1.32 whip, only 9 strikeouts on the season, but no home runs surrendered.
It has been an improbable season for the Vikings. What a catch by Short Stacks. Saved a run there.
The first baseman, number 12.
Vikings, and correct, you can tell me if I'm doing too Dragons heavy, but I said, as that's right to read, Vikings will get out of it. I said that I think the Vikings this season are very, very similar to the Dragons season 4, season 5, season 6. Where they were a team that has ridiculous starting pitching. Ridiculous. But just no help in the bullpen, and the offense could get nothing done.
Yeah.
And that is very much how they've been. It's been an up and down season for them, though. Win against the Express, loss against the Walkers. Win against the Moonshots, loss against the Dragons. Win against the Ron Fielders, 2 losses to the High Rollers and Lumberjacks. Win against the Knights. They could have beaten that Lumberjack squad, lost there. Their last 3 games, Whitney, have been 3-2 decisions. They've won 2 of them. They've lost 1 of them.
Yeah, it's just that offense makes it where it's just a razor-thin margin. Like, the pitching can keep you in it as well as they can, but, you know, if it's one more run, it's one more run the offense has to try and get, and it seems about an equal amount of time they can't get that extra run.
Only 3 games have they scored more than 6 runs. In the games in which they haven't scored more than 6 runs, they are averaging, see, that's 13 divided by 7, less than 2 runs a game.
You want to guess how many earned runs Mabel Sparks has this season?
I'm going to go with 3.
1 earned through 12, a .75 ERA, and a .917 whip.
Number 23.
Only allowed 11 base runners through 12 innings, not counting this game. 13 strikeouts, also no home runs surrendered.
1-2 count.
Surrendered by anyone on either of these 2 teams is Gardner Minshew with 3.
Wow. Well, here is Musha, who, as you were saying, has been on fire for the Unicorns, and that will just continue. They got to figure out how to stop Musha, because this is going to end up being a double for her.
Honestly, Musha probably gets my vote for MVP. Like, hitting 548 on the season, 17 for 31, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs, 7-to-7 strikeout to walk ratio. That's like her only downside. But I mean, hitting 550, and she might score a run here.
Oh, that was a good call back for Shaw to not run there. Runners on the corners, though, nobody out. Hot Mike in a bit of a jam here. Infield is in.
And also, not to mention, Musha has scored the most runs of the Angels. She has 10
of the
runs
Angels?
scored on. I mean, of the Unicorn, she has 10 runs scored on the season.
That is a huge pop-up there to get the first out. Now puts you in a position, I mean, it's tough with the Unicorn speed, but potentially a double play.
Breezy Bree, one of those players that having kind of a sophomore slump. She was fantastic last year, but only 9 for 42 this year. 214 average, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, 4 walks, 11 strikeouts.
That one gets through, and the Unicorns strike first. 1-0 the score, and it comes King Kush.
RBI man.
He's RBI, man. I'll tell you what, Hot Mike is funny with danger throwing that low in the zone with King Kush.
It's been a weird year for Unicorns offensively. They're not bad, but they haven't been what they were. They're 11th best team in average, hitting 267, and 13th in the league in home runs. Only 10 home runs on the year. That one just foul.
Yeah, they've gotten it done on the mound as opposed to with the bat. And that's not to say they don't have good bats. They have fantastic bats.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, they're 4th best in strikeout rate, 22.62%.
Full count, runners will go here. Do it again. And misses it. Bases loaded. 2 gone for Big Tuna Tygo. Already has a double today. That ball is hit well. Oh my gosh.
Swallowed.
Am I crazy for saying I thought that one was gone?
Maybe a little bit since we in the park that we're in.
Yeah, but it looked pretty decent off the bat. Or at least I thought it was going to get over the head of Marshall. Because that one's going to drop down.
Any other park, that's probably gone. You want to know the Unicorns pitching staff has been disgusting. You want to guess how many home runs as a team they've given up this year?
3.
Yes. Did you look at it?
No, I've been in the habit of guessing 3.
The Unicorns as a staff have a 1.5 ERA and a .9 whip.
Wow! That is a huge defensive error for the Unicorns to try and get the lead runner. I mean, granted, with the speed, you thought they could get it, but instead it puts runners on first and second for someone who's known to hit above his pay grade, Kazuya Miyuki.
That's one of the things I've noticed about Odor, a part of last season and definitely this season. He is definitely starting to be one of those guys that's showing his age.
That one caught by Bree. I'll tell you, that one's a little bit more right. It's 2-1 Vikings.
Yeah. But Odor hitting only a 212 on the year and has also not been as snappy defensively has been in years past. So I'm curious what the Unicorns will do maybe going into next season at that position. I haven't really looked too much in the minors this year. Just haven't had the time.
Corns haven't had a great record in the minors.
The Corns are, I think, the 2nd best team in their.
Corns have had a pretty good season in the minors.
Yeah, they're 6-1. Their only loss was to the Monstars.
Who am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of the Spartans. The Flot to second in time won't get the runner at first. Oh yeah, I was thinking of the Spartans. That's what I was thinking of.
Number 41.
Runners on the corners for Judd French. That one right side. King Kush with the dive to keep it at 1-0. Woody Walker, Haggy Porterhouse, Mushad, 2-up.
Now batting the designated
One of
hitter,
the most
number
undervalued
4.
things about King Kush is he's a really good defensive player as well. He has made a fair share of plays defensively in his career too that kind of go unnoticed. I mean, you forget, but the Unicorns won Game 1 of the Epic Conference Finals last year because of King Kush. He threw out a runner going home that would have, I think, tied the game and sent it into extras potentially, but he got the runner at home.
Haggy Porterhouse with 1 gone. Ryshak. Nice work to close that in.
Now batting the catcher,
And here's Musha.
number 23.
The thing about Musha, like, she doesn't really stick out, you know? Like, especially with that speed. I guarantee if we looked at her OPS once we have the extra base hits, she probably wouldn't have the best OPS, but just getting on base is enough.
The third baseman,
Oh yeah, for
number
sure. I mean,
16.
a big part of this league is just passing the bat around, you know?
And given the pitching staff of the Unicorns, though, they don't need a ton of runs to get things done.
No. I mean, literally, you need, on average, 2 runs and you win the game. I mean, just their stats this year.
I mean, they've only lost one game, and that's to a Stinger squad that has won 11 out of its last 12.
And I'm pretty sure that game was 1-2.
Right to a door, one gone. Gage Deputy.
Designated hitter, number 10.
Yeah, 1-2. The one game the Unicorns can't score 2 runs.
Oh, off of the glove of Odor, but is able to get the runner at first.
That was a big play, though, because if that goes over his head, that's probably runners at the corners, only 1 out.
2 gone for Reed. And this is what we're talking about in terms of depth. We're in the 6th batter, and this is what Reed is bringing to the table.
Yeah, 132 on the season, 5 for 38, and yeah, 14 strikeouts on the season. That's what the difference this patch has made for the Vikings.
Number 13.
It's just some of these batters that were passable last year just aren't anymore. I mean, Miyuki has been a exception to that rule, still hitting just under 300. But you have Spencer Reed starting, who is just getting rung. He's getting rung up more than he's getting on base, and that's just suicide.
Bruce Hot Mike has done well to get his pitch count back under control. His 60th pitch here, and wow, I'm pretty sure those were 3 pitches, 3 outs. It might have been 4 pitches, 3 outs, but the last 2 for sure. And that is huge for the Vikings, considering they're really only helping the bullpen is Tammy John.
I mean, and let me just get all of these batters highlighted for the Vikings.
That one is a leadoff single for short stacks, Jacinda Smith.
Shortstop, number 2.
I mean, the Vikings 17th in the league in batting average, 237. 12th in home runs. And are kind of middle of the pack strikeout rate, 26%. But just as a whole, just some of these stars, like Evangeline Shortstacks was, I think, a really good call-up to start the year. She just has really struggled. Only 7 for 38 this season. She just has been really unlucky. But another player that's struck out more than she's gotten on base. Amir Williams has struck out more than he's gotten on base. It's just, that is what is killing this team.
Rung up there, and Shortstacks got him over the leadoff single, but now 2 gone. And that's the thing about those strikeouts, is that you don't advance the runner on strikeouts. You need at least ground outs, fly outs. As a runner, that was a called hit and run. I was about to say, why is Shortstacks stealing on Shaw? As she gets swung up there, we'll head into the 6th. 1-0 game. Push, foot, flop, tuna. And like, listen, like, this is Maple Sparks. You're not putting up a ton of runs against Maple Sparks, but even so, you got to give yourself a chance. But I think the craziest thing about all of this is that if the Vikings somehow find a way to win this game, in which they're only losing by 1 run, they move into a tie for the 5th seed with the Romfielders and the Retrievers.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the pressure spreads. As that one gets through, that'll be at least a double. French has a decent arm, will hold it to be a stand-up double.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 19.
Ooh, wow! Right up the middle. Runner will come home. The throw will not be in time. You gotta say, that's on both Hot Mike and Shortstacks there. They gotta, or Reed there. They gotta make a play there. Oh, and they turned the Dragon special right after it.
She got the dodge done, but there's the magical 2 number for the Unicorns. That may be all she wrote.
Center fielder, number 42.
Well, let's see. Vikings need to find an answer here, and they need to get An answer against Sparks. That might do it. Runner will be aboard. And I mean, listen, if you're the Vikings, you're not complaining. Just get on base. Just get on base to have a shot.
You want to guess who has scored the most runs against the Unicorns?
Angels?
Did you look? Come
No,
on.
but I just know that they lost that game, or they won that game 5-4.
Yeah. It
And
was
I
the
knew it was going to be a
Angels.
surprising stat.
They scored 4.
Which is
High Rollers with
bonkers to me.
3, 2 others with 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 teams held to 1, and then the Angels the second time around were held to nothing.
Well, while we've been riffing, that's a 4-pitch walk to Williams. Runners on first and second. Gage Deputy. One swing and the Vikings going to be leading this game. Will
Just
that
the
happen
third-
against Mabel Sparks? Will that happen while in Shaka?
Just the third walk given up by Sparks all season.
Jeez. As she gets swung up there. All right, it's time for Spencer Reed to go yard. Here we go. You ready? Where were you when Spencer Reed went yard against a locked-in Mabel Sparks to give the Vikings a 1-1 lead? But you were here. In an 0-2 count, nonetheless.
I am a witness.
In an 0-2 count against a locked-in Mabel Sparks, Spencer Reed about to go yard. 1-2 count.
He's fighting.
And he gets hung up there. Yeah, that was a little bit of a... That was like...
Mabel Sparks trying to double up her strikeout count in one game. 10 already tonight, 13 on the season.
Moobot telling us that in The Sims, Reed goes yard. Right to Reed. One gone. Is that Musha? Oh, shoot. I didn't make this at night. Oh, well. That's why the Dragons lost. We only win in night games. We're going to have to replay the Dragon Stingers. Now, that would be rigged.
Now that's what I call rigged.
Volume 10. Top 10 rigging moments go as he rings him up there. I'll tell you what, Hot Mike to holding
He's
it.
trying his hardest.
He has made it, despite everything, has made it 6.2 innings locked in. And depending how it goes here with Odor, could even last through the 8th. And he gets swung up there. Odor caught looking. We're in the 7th inning stretch. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to the SSBL on Twitch. I am 5 Sec on the call, joined by Whitney Chicken Sandwich. Make sure that you're following the official SSBL Twitch. Send us a Prime sub to get access to exclusive emotes. Is that Short Stacks with another single?
Yeah, short stacks 3 for 3
Oh,
on the day.
injury!
Oh no!
Injury!
Oh, short stacks. No, don't say.
Tweaked groin.
groin.
By the way, we
Oh.
need to make sure that we have the Queen Khan elbow pain put into injuries as well. Because that didn't get put in yesterday.
Okay.
Anyways, we join the Discord to get access to all the latest banter and stats as she rings him up there. Now here is Mayuki 0 for 2 today. Locked in Sparks hasn't been on fire at all today.
Which is surprising considering 11 Ks.
1 walk, 5 hits. It's just they've all come at the right times to prevent her from getting her groove going.
More strikeouts than putouts.
2-2. Oh, he gets hung up there.
1 more K and Mabel Sparks has doubled her strikeout total in the season.
Vicky Marshall 0 for 3 today. And that's just the name of the Viking season, man. So many opponents held close, but just cannot find that next level. As she gets hung up there, Short Stacks once again gets on base with a leadoff single and made to rue her own team's bats.
Center fielder, number 12. Now in the
And Short Stacks will be gone. So can you get the injuries posted in the Discord and then
Yeah.
get we'll need a Bun Bright to do a call up. But the Pulverizer household will have to do 2 call ups. Because that is a leadoff double.
So, are we doing it where
The left fielder, number
there's a
7.
transition that goes into the playoffs?
No, I remember you saying last year that it's straight up weeks going into postseason as well. There's actually a part of it in the rule book.
Okay. I'll look at it after this so I make sure I do it right.
1 gone.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Because I remember that was a point of
number
contention.
68.
But from what I remember last season, we did it where even if it was the last day, as that one is fair right off the edge, it's going to be 3-0. And oh man, can you imagine if the Vikings scored 2 runs? In their last 4 games, it'll have been 3-2 games. They won 2 of them, lost 2 of them.
I mean, that would be pretty fitting.
That one drops down. Runner's going to head home. The throw by Williams. Not in time, and it will not be another 3-2 game.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 19.
This is where the Unicorns are starting to break it open a bit. Hey, they were 3.5-run favorites. It's 4-0. I'm telling you, man, those stats are scary how good they're able to measure it. Like, when it's off, it's off. But when it's on, it's really on.
Yeah.
Full count. And it's gonna be 5-0. Surely that's it for Hot Mike. A miracle he's made it this far.
He tried. He did all that he could.
Ooh, and that's, I mean, feels bad when your reliever is like 20 points better than you all the way stamina down. That's a certified mojo down moment. Oh man, he picked the wrong throw there.
He did.
I think what runner would have been saved at first, but Dragon Special, Reed, Smith, Freishack head to the bottom of the 8th. It's gonna need to be 5 runs scored by the Vikings in their last 6 outs
Now batting,
to have a chance here.
center fielder, number 41.
Ooh, and Judd French will be aboard.
Now batting, the first
Brings up
baseman,
Liam Freishack. And
number
the thing is, wait, even with a loss here, Vikings only a game back in the heroic. Which in the broad scheme of things, I think is a lot farther than we would expect them to be at this point. And still in their hands if they wanted to win it.
Oh, yeah.
Because they still have to face the Lomphros, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. They have Liberty and Express, so they've got 2 gimmies coming up that they need to take advantage of. And they finish off the
That
season.
ball is jacked! Shut up, Whitney! Deep to the track, to the wall! It's out of here! Freishack, 438 feet, and the Vikings bring it within 3.
I don't get to do it.
And that'll do it for Sparks. Ooh, Sparks gave up 2 earned runs there.
As I was mentioning, 2 gimmies for the Vikings, Liberty and Express. Then finish off the season, Gauchos, Knights, Overdrafts, all away games. They had this 4-game home stretch, and then finish out 3 on the road.
Swing and a miss! He gets hung up there. And as Freishack just proved, like they've got ways to get through, but there's just no consistency. As Gage Jeopardy has had a horrible day at the plate. That one's pretty deep, but still a horrible day.
Now
In comes 0 for 3, Spencer Reed.
Number 9.
I mean, I'll just go ahead and say it. In Season 8, maybe Season 10, Season 11, given how ratings are going to fall down to earth, Spencer Reed should not be batting in the majors.
Yeah.
As he gets rung up there. Into the top of the 9th, it's a 3-1 game. And even with all of that, Unicorns are only out hitting the Vikings 10-7.
The first baseman.
It's just, it's the Dragon Seekers all over again, where it's...
Spencer Reed, a 51-60 right-handed bat. I mean, I feel like at a minimum here in S8, like, you need one of those stats to be in the 70s. Like,
Yeah.
I have, like, over the last, like, even though he's been healthy, Danny Diamonds, who I started at the beginning of the season, he's like, I think he's like 75 on the bat. But I've benched him over the last couple of weeks, and my offense has actually been fairly decent.
Annie Walker living to her name.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Brings up Jose Odor.
Number 13.
The win here, and the Unicorns will retain control of the 1 seed. One, 2. 2-2. Right side, Odor is aboard. Runner will stay at second. Mickey Marshall's arm.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Okay, question for
Number
you.
12.
What has ended up being the worst trade from the beginning of the season? The Vikings acquiring Tammy John or the Cyclones acquiring Bean Machine?
Bean Machine. It's not even close. For
Really?
the amount that they gave up. As that one's going to get through, and it's going to be 6-2.
I want to say the Vikings gave up a similar amount for Tammy John. I mean, maybe it wasn't as much, but
Number
it
7.
was close.
Here's the difference. Vikings are still in potential postseason contention. Oh, they're going to get Odor off of a horrible base running mistake.
Right fielder.
I mean, if you want to be technical, the Knights gave the Vikings gave up more than what the Cyclones gave up. The Knights got 2 round 1s and a round 3 for Tammy John, whereas the Bean Machine trade was just 2 first-round picks.
What first round picks were they for each side?
It's the Knights got Vikings S8 1 and S9 1, as well as the Vikings S10 round 3, and the Bombers got the Cyclones S9 1 and S10 1.
I still think that the B Machine trade is worse, given that the Vikings still very much have a chance to make postseason, and where those picks are going to land.
Oh, excuse me, I misspoke. It was the S8. It was the S8 1 and the S9 1, and then I made trades later on to push those into further seasons. I forgot. And it was the Lumberjacks S8 1, actually.
2 gone, Vikings down to the last outs. And it's so funny, Whitney. The Unicorns are 3.5 run favorites, and they're gonna win it by 4.
Oh, that last run killed me.
That last run is what did it. The last run is what made it a bad beat if you were batting against it. Unicorns take the win 6-2. They move to 10-1 overall. Whitney, your thoughts from this game and the games that we saw today?
I mean, pretty much what I expected in this game. I just figured the Unicorns are just too good pitching-wise, whereas the Vikings aren't great offensively. So, honestly, this one goes down as status quo in my book.
And I think the telltale of the game, Judd French 2 for 4, Freishak 2 for 4, Short Stacks 3 for 3. There is no support anywhere else
Wow,
in the lineup.
3 batters with all the hits. That's crazy. And only 1 walk drawn. 16
Spencer
strikeouts.
Reed, 4 strikeouts. Vicky Marshall, 3 strikeouts. 16 strikeouts for the Vikings.
Striking out 45% of the time.
Mabel Sparks with the win. Tina Thick with the save. Hot Mike will get the loss. Player of the game is Mabel Sparks, followed by Trey Fitflot and Liam Kryshak. Well, that's going to do it for week 9 here in the SSBL. I believe we have a Super Saturday week upcoming, do we not?
Yeah, next week is, I believe.
So you can expect, I did the math, nearly 40 hours of SSBL content to come out next week. Some really important games as no one clinched. No one actually. No, the Skulls are not eliminated. The Skulls are not eliminated because the Serpents technically could lose out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the Cyclones and Sparrows and Angels have not fully lost yet, so I'll change that. But we're gonna have some glitchers and some eliminators, a lot of eliminators.
Well, it
next
just
week.
works because, well, I guess it's a tie since it's +1, -1 between the High Rollers and Serpents and the win-loss column.
Yeah, well, and by win percentage, the Serpents are higher. So, but I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank Whitney for joining in for the last half of the games. Make sure that you tune in to Jacked this Saturday, Minors Action on Sunday, and then week 10. We're approaching the last month of regular season action here in the SSBL. Till next time, have a good weekend. Keep on rigging, everybody.